Will gold hit $2,000 an ounce next year? Well, that is a 12-month forecast of Michael Widmer. He's the head of metal markets research at Bank of America Merrill Lynch. Michael, thanks so much for joining us. 2,000, you put that forecast out yesterday. All of this based on the safe haven buying, right?
Yeah, I think that's a very important argument behind our price forecast. But I think basically what you have to say is that what we're seeing right now is just a perpetuation of the issues that led us into the financial crisis. And I think working out some of the issues really takes longer than just a few months. And I think because of that, you can see people or investors wanting to increase their exposure to gold. Right. And I think one of the key issues right now is that sovereigns have increased their debt levels quite significantly, basically taking over some of the debt from the private sector. And again, that is a key gold price driver at the moment.
Is it true that there's vaults that are filled up, that are running out of space to store all the gold that the investors are buying? Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, we have seen a fair amount of gold buying, and you would imagine that some of the vaults are getting slowly filled up. But believe me, I think ultimately, if you wanted to create space for gold holdings, you would probably find some in the end. The thing that may happen is that it may get a little bit more expensive maybe to hold the gold, but
okay, Michael,
space should be available.
Right, they'll find the space if they need it. Now, Michael, I've got to ask you, though, of course, if we see a turnaround in equities, right, could we see perhaps a gold crash? I mean, could we see possibly if prices go down, that it could actually be a pretty ugly downside scenario?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, when you're looking at our target, it's a 12-month target, and we only forecast $200 upside. So what we factor into that target is ups and downs, and you can see in the current market how equities could potentially rebound from levels where they are right now. I mean, we have seen quite significant drop-offs, and I think in that environment you could potentially see gold coming off. But again, to me, a lot of the underlying issues are structural issues in the United States and also in the Eurozone. So I think after a sell-off, you should still have relatively steady demand from the private investors and central banks, not to forget about that. I think for central banks, the question also comes up, what do you put in your portfolio? And I think gold has been one asset class that a lot of more central banks have been looking at over the past few years. So I think there's steady buying support.
Okay. All right, Michael, thank you very much. $2,000 an ounce. Michael Widmer of Bank of America Merrill Lynch.